Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Serenity. How are you? Let's see. Sorry, no cam today. Running around like a chicken with my head cut off. How you doing? Actually, I'm going to do something else first. Where? Gabe, do you see my 5x7 tinted sketchbook anywhere? Can you... I think it's over there. Can you go investigate? Oh, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm proud of him. He's called a Foley. Is it over there? I don't want to say too much about him, but he's responsible for like 2 different things that happen in the transition to winter. He's kind of a fuck up, to be honest. He's cute, but he's kind of like my little nature frat boy, I'll say. Wow, that really messes up my whole thing. Take that out. Oh my god. He's so cute. I don't know. I have a lot of fun with my little guys. I know they're super simple, but I don't know. I follow this guy on Instagram, Hen Draws, and I adore all of the buildings he does. Like, and I'm super inspired right now to do something similar, so I think I might just do a building. Like, I wasn't planning on doing that right away, but I don't know, I really haven't gotten any time to draw, and that's super my fault. Like, I feel like I should be doing it more, but I've just been, every time I sit down, it's like, masterpiece, masterpiece, masterpiece. And it, like, I'm not trying to be a douche, but it has to be because it's all client work. So it's like, I haven't even gotten to, like, play. And honestly, that is a problem because I feel like you think when you play, and I haven't gotten to actually think for fun. It's all been thinking for work. And only now am I realizing how douchey masterpiece sounds. So, thanks, Gabe.
No,
Reality
I wasn't
check.
paying 100% attention.
Yeah.
And then, you know how your brain can work really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you were going to say something else.
What did you think I was gonna say?
Masturbate.
Master B?
Masturbate.
Why would I say
I
that?
don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Sniggle art. Hey, wow, dang.
Sniggle. Wow,
How you doing?
dang.
Bro. Wow. Alright, let's...
Liz.
He's here.
Está aquí.
He is here. So I'm gonna actually just draw a really jacked up building, because I want to. I'm gonna take this guy's lighting cues, though, as best I can. Which means, like, whatever. I don't know. Because he's really good at lighting, and it's super simple. And then I'll get on to all the other crap I said I'd do, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I am hella burnt out, you guys. I'm not even lying. Like, I am in damn trouble. Because I'm probably halfway through my Christmas commissions, which aren't even my normal commissions that I have to do, and I don't know. Yeah. That. You've been dead. Well, who raised you? Who raised you?
Oh, God damn it.
Do I want this to be silly? Kind of. I'll make it kind of silly. Like, oh man, that couldn't happen. Let's do that. Those are fun. I'll have even a brick or two just falling off. Make it super rickety, really scary. How is it there? No one knows. We'll just have like couple pieces of wood maybe holding it up? Sure. You raised yourself? Hey man. I like that.
Raise the roof.
Yeah, if you can raise the roof. Roof? Roof? I say roof. I'm that guy. Let's put some water maybe. Ooh, water. Get crazy. Whoa. Like I said, since I haven't doodled at all for a very long time, I'm literally doodling right now. All over the place. So I'm just gonna go with whatever I want to do right now. And if I feel like doing something, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not even gonna think about if it's a good idea. See, art's the one place you can safely go crazy, I feel like. Alright. Let's see, do I want a little bridge or something? Was that me or you? Okay. Okay. But I did want to do... Well, maybe there's a couple stairs that were there. And then they kind of grossed out, say. Yeah. Well, how you been, Sniggle? How you doing there? You beating people up with the medieval weapons? The weaponry? Oh man, we gotta have some, like, what the hell is it called? Just debris. Let's get some debris in there. Part of me wanted to make, like, a roller derby, like, story just so I could name people. So I could have, like, Debbie Debris and, like, cool, like, demolition type names. Right? Like, I have fun with those. I had maybe like 5 names I thought of that I was like, oh my god, I love these. Drawing more and doing stuff. Hey man, I get it. How's my contest? We have 1 entry. But I figure people are, you know, either gonna trickle in, spend time on it, or do it last second. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm trying not to put a ton of like worry on it. If people enter, cool. If they don't. However, I did have one theory. I thought that people wouldn't spread the word so they could enter and there wouldn't be many entries because I'm not hugely popular. So I figured, you know, people would be like, hey, if no one else knows about this, she'll have less to choose from and we have a better chance of winning. So, I don't know. I don't know if people think that far into that crap. I know I would, but I would probably still want to share it, you know. But, Serenity, you've been sharing it like a motherfucker. I'm so happy about that. Thank you. You've been an absolute blessing. But then also, Cass is doing a similar contest, and we didn't even know we were both going to do something like that, so it's really funny. So I guess we're, like cross-promoting each other's contests. It's funny. Yeah, I was too. I was surprised. But maybe they just wanted to get it out of the way. I don't know. I don't know how people think with contests, honestly. Like, anytime I think I've thought of entering a contest, I've been like, alright, I'll mill on it for a couple days. See what I feel, you know, if anything strikes me. If it doesn't, I won't enter. If I do, I'll put something in. And I usually do it, like, a few days before it's over. I don't wait till last second, but I don't know. I don't know what people usually do. Maybe some people get, like, extreme anxiety, and they just do it and kick it out, and they're like, yeah, there it is. I'm done. Whew. You know? I have no idea. Def last minute. I could see that. But I could see you being super, like, cool about it, Sniggle, where you're just like, yep, there it is. I did it. It's done. But I figured since I had, you know, at least 3 sets of different, well, actually they're the same. I don't know why I'm saying different. Sorry, 3 sets of, you know, the winning prize. I figured that, you know, that'd bait some people, but I even like put money into advertising the contest, and I don't know. It's weird because when you're advertising a contest, you're not gonna know if your advertising worked until you start actually getting in, you know, entries. Ideally from people you don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. I've gotten a few new follows, but I don't know. Oh, you don't wanna do the thing? That's okay. That's okay, Serenity. Oh my gosh. Butters, are you too warm? Is that why you keep moving? Really? How come? I mean, just in contests in general. Why don't you do them? Too much pressure? You can probably hear Bruni snoring up a storm. People expect way too much? The people running the contest, you mean? I've never done it before, so I'm kind of... I'm worried no one's gonna do it. But I had somebody ask me, well, what are you going to judge us on? And I was like, if I like it, like, you know? I figured I wanted people to really put themselves into it and not worry too much about what I think. I don't know if that came across or not, but I really did just want them to have fun with it and, you know, make my characters theirs. But, you know, I had to tell her, I'm like, you know, I'd rather you didn't worry about what I think and worry more about, you know, if it's staying true to what you're about. So hopefully that didn't sound mean the way I said it. Like, you know, do your own thing. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm trying not to worry too much if people are participating or not until like a couple, well, at least 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks in. I don't know. If nobody participates, whatever. I guess then, actually, Serenity, if nobody participates and you notice that and it's getting close, I'd put something in. You know? So that's almost guaranteeing you something. Because I'm going to probably give out like sticker sheets or something for honorable mentions. I didn't want to just do the 3 and let that be it. This is my first actual contest. So, hi, Eliza. Oh, yeah, I could see that, Serenity. Yeah, it really depends on the contest. Honestly, anybody I know that's really high tier, if they run a contest, I probably won't join it just because I don't think they need the extra participation, if you know what I mean. But if it's somebody I know that it's like, you know, I know maybe they need more followers or, you know, it would make their day, then yeah, I'll participate. Like, Gabe even said he wants to do something for my contest, but not obviously be entered in it. Which, that was nice. Are you still gonna do that?
Yep.
Cool. Our contest about their stuff and complain about what they did the contest and sell it for sellers. Yeah, exactly, Sniggle. And I didn't want to be that guy where it's like, here, draw my characters, and then complain about how people drew your characters. Like, you can't do that. That's what you ask people to do, you know? Like, why'd you do this? I don't know, that seems silly. Gabe and I were talking about the other day, like, if other U.S. holidays were treated similar to poor Thanksgiving. Because over here it's like, once Halloween ends, F Thanksgiving, we're going straight to Christmas, and all the Christmas stuff goes up. But I feel like, did it always used to be that way?
Yeah, basically.
Really? Because I remember, like, sometimes, you know, maybe Thanksgiving would at least get a week or two, you know?
I mean, but it's like, it all gets rolled into one, though. Like,
Yeah.
and in terms of, like, the things that you get to decorate your home,
Yeah.
you know?
But then it's like we were talking about, well, what if, like, 4th of July started in June? You know, like, they put out stuff for 4th of July in June.
No, I feel like if you put it out in May.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So at least there's an extra month of crazy, like, why is this out here? You know?
Yeah, like if you started putting up, like, patriotic things in your yard, like,
Yeah.
the
It's
end
like,
of May, it's like,
bro, it's May.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know? Like, and then I boiled it down to, there's two types of people. The people that go hype for Halloween, or the people that get hyped for Christmas. And the Christmas people, they just, you know, they crank it to 11 November 1st, right? But the Halloween people, they're psyched like the beginning of September. So it's kind of the same thing. I think I'm neither of those. But it's just interesting because I really feel like people go into those two groups. Or, actually, there's a third group. When I was at the dentist today, there's a third group. It's summer people. Summer people who don't give a flip about fall anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was talking to her, the, like, nurse, dentist nurse, I don't know, hygienist, whatever. And I was like, so which are you? And she's like, neither. I just want summer back. I was like, oh, right. Summer people. I get it. So that made sense. But it's just so silly. Like, America, you silly. Knock it off. You don't need to be doing all this crap. Halloween starts in August, confirmed. Exactly, Eliza. That's why you should stop doing your monthly things for a while so you can make some OCs. I know Gabe and I would be behind you 100% for that. Mm-hmm. Gabe, I thought it was funny today how you went out to all these places and you basically documented your entire journey on Twitter. I was into it. I was like, okay, well, he's probably using Wi-Fi, so that's at least good.
Well, I was at the store, so they had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But it was kind of fun, especially the cat lady, cat bed lady. First of all, I bet her face was because she bought a cat bed at Meijer instead of like Walmart or something. Because Meier's cat and like dog stuff super overpriced. Just saying.
Well, it's probably also cold, like her face is like.
Was she wearing at least a good coat?
She had a coat on, but you know, doesn't mean like I feel like you get older and things just hurt more.
Yeah. Oh, cool, Serenity. Hey, where do people roleplay nowadays? Do they still do that in like forums? You know, like.
Oh, you mean electronically?
Yes, electronically. Okay.
Dungeons.
You're not even funny, man. You know what I mean, though? Like, I remember people would have, like, actual role-playing, like, forums. Oh, Discord, yeah.
Discord and Reddit.
That's crazy, though. Like, I suppose that's how you find people, too. Huh.
Dungeons.
I bought my dog a new toy. It's like a stuffed bat. I keep forgetting about Barbie, Sneg. How is Barbie? Aw, but sometimes Blandosies are okay, Eliza. You look at them and then, you know, they're like a paper doll. So just start thinking about things you could add to them to make them more interesting. Think of their occupation. Think of their favorite thing to do in their spare time. Think of how they eat their breakfast.
You know what the thing is? It's like it's like you look at a person and they're just bland. But it's not until you get to know them that they have a personality.
He's right, because I'm super bland. If you see me in the wild, you would not know what I do. You would probably think I'm like an accountant or some crap. Like, I do not dress wild for being an artist. I have tried so many years to dress cool or to dress like crazy. It's just too much work, and that's not who I am, which sucks. Like, I regret that all of the time. I'm like, maybe I should put more into me. And I'm like, no, because that's not me. So I guess my effort goes in when I do, like, conventions. I've kind of got a magical girl scenario going on. So maybe your bland OCs have a magical side. You know, like a Sailor Moon type transformation or something.
But you know what? I feel like they don't even need to have that. It's like...
They could just be like high school people or something.
It's like you see like a screen cap of a TV show. And it's just like a dude, another dude, and a girl. And you're like... And they're just dressed normally.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything about them. So they're like, alright, this is bland. But then you watch like 8 seasons of this, and they're characters, and they.
I mean, I
them.
guess, yeah, like Supernatural.
Yeah.
They're just dressed in like crappy hiking Goodwill clothes that don't really fit them very well, you know.
So the point that I'm trying to make is that like I think the problem that people have with OCs is that they never develop who they are. They just want them to look cool right off the bat.
That's really true, babe.
And then really at that point, then it's like, okay, that's like a person who's walking down the street and they're like, they look super cool, but then you meet them and they're vapid as hell and they don't have a personality.
Yeah. No, Gabe's right, but that's if you do plan to like write about them and stuff. If they are just, I don't know, like face value. Like, I'm really confused, honestly, at the OC thing online. Like, when people make OCs, do they make them just to make them? Or do they actually have, like, backstories and stuff? Like, I'm expecting these people who always have OCs to have stories that they're working on. But I'm starting to learn that's not the thing.
I feel like they have very loose stories.
Yeah.
And, like, very loose. And it's like somebody that you met once and you learn a little bit about.
Yeah.
That's all that you know about.
Yeah, and they get infatuated by some of them and whatever. But, like, then I had learned about adoptables, and I really wish I had been part of that scene. But
yeah, right.
I would have killed at that, but I think I'm totally the wrong type of person. I think it's really, like, heavy Tumblr folk.
It started DeviantArt.
Yeah, and I totally missed that boat. I wasn't even part of that. I don't know where they started or whatever, but I wished I was part of that.
I feel like it started with like little dragon animal things.
Well, it was like Neopets, I think, started it.
Yeah.
Character design takes time, in my opinion. There's first drafts. Yeah, and honestly, I really think you should be thinking of your character's story no matter what, because that's really going to drive a lot of how they look, you know? So even if you don't plan to write a story about them, think about what their story would be, because that's going to help you make design decisions. You can't really make a character without thinking of who they are and where they are and stuff, so... I think for me, in particular, I think everybody designs a character, like goes about designing it in a different way, but for me, it's almost always driven by a job. And I've found this out especially with my Patreon stuff. Like, every one of my little guardians and everything, it's like, what kind of cool nature jobs could I assign to little creatures, and what would they look like? So for me, that's kind of my creative driving force behind a lot of creatures is what's their job? What do they like to do? Or I think of a cool occupation that, you know, I think for Hazel, when I was originally doing Hazel, I designed her basically 100% during streams. So if anybody's curious on that, you can go back and look at those streams. But for her, I knew I wanted a witch, but I didn't want like a basic bitch witch. I wanted like something that I would feel hadn't been done before. And since she's a bear, I was like, well, I could have it do with honey. And then I got really excited because part of me is super into like apothecary stuff, which it fed into that too. So there's two things it's hitting on my yes, I love this meter. So immediately I was like, all right, she's not just a witch, but she's also kind of like an herbalist and an apothecary, because there are no rules to this thing. You can't say she's not a witch just because she doesn't do like witchy things that are common. You know, I say she's a witch. Whatever that means to me, whatever. It's not your definition of witch, who cares? So anyway, that's kind of how I went about her. So I know some other people tend to think about the world they live in and then kind of make these loose characters based on the environment, which, you know, you'd have to flesh them out later. But, you know, the fact they have to wear a gas mask, or they need a breathing tank, or, you know, they have to wear heavy clothing because, you know, there's sandstorms or something. Like, sometimes thinking about the environment is easier for people to do. Like, Gabe, how do you do it? What do you usually start with?
I think usually I start with the story and then I interject people into it.
Okay, so you have an idea for, like, a background story.
Yeah, because I learned at some point that, like, just having a character and then trying to build something around them is, like, infantile. I don't want to, like, be a jerk or anything, but it really is.
I mean, it's what I do.
But it's also, like, if you have a character that you really like, then you build. I think it's the problem is that I come up with a premise first, and then it's you know what I mean.
I guess you don't make as many throwaway characters as I do, though.
Yeah, and if I do, then they're just like doodles.
Right.
But like it's like I write. It's like I got a movie script. Now I need to find the actors for it.
Well, you know what? That's actually a good point that you're making about their purpose. Like, you make OCs all the time in your doodles, technically. Yeah. You're thinking of all of the little details that go into them, where every month I'm at least making one with a tiny story, but we both have bigger stories that, you know, we have to spend a lot more time developing characters to make sure they're solid. Whereas those doodles he does, or those monthly critters I do, don't necessarily have as much weight put on them as one that's got to carry a story for a while. So, I mean, you guys got to remember that sometimes you don't have to fully develop a character depending on what its job in your, you know, in your, whatever you're using it for. Because you don't want to put a ton of time into something you're not going to use much. Just use it as like a little exercise, you know.
And you know what? I feel like a lot of younger artists treat their OCs like their binky. Mm-hmm. For anyone who doesn't know what a binky is like a child's like blanket that they had, you know, like, and it's like nasty and it's old and
it's like, throw that shit out.
Yeah, throw it out, or at the very least put it away. Maybe when you get older, it'll become a real thing. Mm-hmm. You know? Like right now, I'm working on that little kaiju comic.
Yeah. Hi, Steve. Thank you for the raid. Oh man, we're talking about designing OCs and different approaches.
So like taking an old OC or taking an OC that you have when you're younger, and you're still beating it to death. Shove it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did with that little kaiju. Like I came up with little kaiju like 20 years ago. Literally 20 years ago.
That's sick.
Ew.
Yeah, see, that would be bad, though, if you had been working on it all that time.
Yeah.
It came back to you when you needed it.
Exactly, and now...
But we have friends who have been, like, doting on one story for 10 years, and it's like, dude, you gotta put that aside right now and work on smaller stories until you can work up to a bigger story. Otherwise, you're just never gonna do it. You gotta get that XP in so you can, like, be worthy of that story. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the people that like only listen to the same 3 albums over and over and over again, but then they're like, oh, I love music. I love all sorts of music. Oh, what do you listen to? Van Halen, AC/DC, and it's like, is that it? That homie, that's like 30, 40 years old. What else do you listen to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I mean, your character has to not only, do their job, but do the job for you that you need them to do. Meaning, don't spend a million years trying to make an OC that you're not going to use for anything. If you're going to just use it for maybe like a little webcomic, that's maybe just an episode long, don't spend too much time with it. But if you're going to make something that's going to turn into, multi-book series, you got to spend a little more time on that. But it would be ridiculous to spend a ton of time on something that is just for a one-shot, I mean, you're going to have throwaway characters. Sadly, it's kind of like life, where you have certain friends that come into your life for a little bit, they play a role, and then they go. It's very similar to that. Right, Steve? Oh, man. I feel you. That's why we did Journey June. So, for those that aren't familiar with Journey June, oh, man. What is that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, get some din, man. Thanks for the raid. For Journey June, real quick, because I know my regulars in here have heard it a million times. It's the hero's journey. Every June we do a new story, and we take everybody who's with us through making a story. So by the end of June, you do have a story that's complete, so you can say, hey, I've actually made a complete story. So that's at least one under your belt. If you don't make a story any other time of year, at least do it then, so you've at least made one. Because Gabe and I got tired of, people being like, I have stories, I've got characters. It's like, okay, where are they? You can't show me? No, they're just characters right now. I've got a couple things written, but blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, just finish it. Okay? Like, all these stories you've got with your baby that, you can't stop writing about or thinking about, you have to stop at some point. Because unless you start actually writing things and, figuring out how to actually write, you're not going to do that story justice. So you gotta figure out how to write first. And, that takes a while, and that's going to take you a few stories. But, like, I've got a couple stories that I've had on the back burner just because they grew to be a little bit big, and then I put them aside. I'm like, okay, it's like when you're in a game and you have too high of armor that you can't use yet, but it is dope. So you put it aside, and you're like, okay, I need to work up to be that level to use that armor. And then when you get to that level, maybe you have, armor that's better than that. Maybe you've got a story that's a better story than that other one you shelved, so now it's not that big of a deal anymore and you don't want to spend the time on it. That's okay too. That's just how it works, right? Oh, Serenity, thank you. I'm glad you like it. And yeah, and at the end of Journey June, we actually take you through a class. If you've actually made the story, you earn a class where we teach you how to actually publish a book. So in the past, when I was kind of starting out and I was scared to do stories, the main reason I didn't write or do stories was I would tell myself, well, okay, so I write this story, then what? What do I do with it? I don't even know. I didn't have any resources back then. I didn't have any friends who could tell me what to do. So it would be like I'd have this story and have nothing to do with it. So we get rid of that fear by telling you, hey, once you've actually done your story, you earn the right to learn, I guess, how to actually make it into something that you can sell and you can take to the next level. So it's pretty cool like that. I think it's actually helped a lot of people. A few of our friends have actually done it 2 years in a row now and actually made books out of it that they sell at conventions and stuff. So that's been pretty cool. Ooh. Do you know how to print out playing cards? Yeah, you should probably use GameCrafter if you can, Eliza. I know you're not in the US, but there are a lot of game companies that are around to actually print and make game assets. So go to this site and look at it and see if you have any equivalents maybe in your area, or maybe see how much their international shipping
I
is.
think it's the Game Group.
Is it the? Can you help me
Yeah.
put that in?
Oh,
Sorry.
man. That Sajak had to go undergo surgery for block intestine.
Okay. So if anybody has any questions about Journey June, let us know, because it's really fun, honestly. Our main hub is on Instagram, and you can, at any point in the year, it doesn't even have to be June. If you want to attempt, doing the hero's journey right now, in November, December, whatever, you can do that. All the prompts are up there. Just follow them, and you'll have a story. Yeah, but like I said, Eliza, you might have to find one. I don't know if they ship internationally, but give it a shot. Alright. This was just going to be a warm-up, so I'm not going to spend much time on it. I wanted to get to the part where I had this house done so I could at least throw some tones on it real quick, which I'm going to do. Yeah, they're actually a really cool company. When we were living in Wisconsin, Gabe actually got some cards made, and we drove up there to actually just go pick them up. Were the people cool, Gabe?
I only saw one dude, and he was like, he had like long hair. He had long hair tied in a ponytail with like a little mustache.
Oh.
Like he could barely grow one.
Yeah.
And he had like, what's Napoleon Dynamite glasses.
No way.
And he was wearing like a tank top and like shorts, like gym shorts, like workout shorts.
Whoa.
And sandals with socks on. I don't know why I remember this so vividly.
Well, he sounds like a memorable character.
Yeah.
Even though he's basic. See? See?
But
Real life.
Like all I can imagine is like these dudes are here and they probably love board games.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And they're like, after they get to see so many new board games that are being made, and maybe even like test play them without anyone knowing.
Thank you for the follow, Realm and Simba. Welcome. Yeah, and you can sell your game through their website. It's pretty cool. Like they make it really easy for you to kind of, make your own stuff and be able to sell through them, which is really nice.
Or like if you wanted to sell your deck of cards,
yeah,
you can do that then.
Yeah, they made it really cool. Like I wish more places were kind of doing this kind of crap. But you can tell they're just really passionate about it. As Gabe was saying, they sport the look, man. Can you watch her? She got too warm. I had to set her down. Okay, so after this, I've got coloring pages, just one I've got to work on for Patreon, and then I want to work on my enamel pins, and I got to work on stickers, also for Patreon. We'll do the stickers, I think, first. Oh, Sniggle. 23. Damn. You're doing that through Prime, right? If I remember right. Okay, so that's got some sunlight on it. You know what? I'm actually going to go the reverse here. I'm going to put in the tones without even doing the ink work right now. How about that? Because it's a lot quicker, honestly. And sometimes it's nice that it makes shapes for you, which is kind of the exciting thing about, just blocking stuff out. Okay, that's Prime. Oh, thank you, Remy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, really, Sniggle? It's garbage? Oh, man. I don't know if I've seen the new layout. Have I seen the new Twitch layout, Gabe?
What?
I don't know. Sniggle's talking about the Twitch layout for PC, and
Oh, I don't know where I'm at. I mean, it's got to be the same.
it's the same
right?
thing, yeah.
I mean, I think you're on it, aren't you? Or
Well,
you
no,
are?
I'm in I'm in something completely different because they don't see this part. This is behind the scenes crap.
But I mean, even before that, like I think you were. I mean, last time you streamed, like.
Eliza, I don't know. You'll have to look that up. I think Wikipedia would be able to tell you that. I think
Yes.
yeah, bicycle deck is, right?
No, it's not copyrighted. No.
No.
Because the game of poker, or I guess that game, it's not copyrighted. Like if you want to have like your 4 aces, 4 kings, 4 queens, etc.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah, like that is like anybody can do that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Wiley's doing it.
Yeah, that's like
I think
that.
it's like tarot cards.
Yeah,
Nobody's got rights, basically, on tarot cards.
thank God.
Yeah, that'd be messed up. A lot of people would have issues right now.
Yeah.
I think I heard something about them changing it, Sniggle, but I don't remember how they were going to change it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's do... Well, thank you for your resub, though, Snag. You're welcome, Eliza. I'm glad it could help. I mean, you can use it for a ton of different things, too. Like, Gabe was actually doing little mini prints with it. And technically they were his business cards. So...
And they were playing cards.
And they were playing card size. So, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. They can even, like, make you tiny little game pieces and stuff. Like, there's a lot they can do.
They can make you like whole like gameplay board things, like
Gameplay board things.
you know, like the board for the board game. They make that
And the boxes.
boxes. Yeah. Yeah. So if you were actually gonna make a deck, they can like produce the box that the deck would go into.
Shit, Sniggle, 2 whole buttons. Are you gonna quit Twitch? You gonna just leave?
Wow, really?
2 whole buttons?
That's weird.
No, I'm just kidding. I get it, Mang. I get it. Alright. Let's put some sunlight on this hoe. You already quit. Oh yeah, you haven't been here for a while. That's true. Silly me. Silly, silly me. Gabe, were there any hooks at the gallery left when you were done?
No.
No. You used them all?
Yeah.
You selfish mother. Didn't you have like 10 more pieces than me?
Yeah, but I like doubled them all up.
No, that's right. We'll put this other side like on blast. There'll be a lot of sunlight over here. How about? Well, this is my first doodle in a while. I haven't gotten to just, as Gabe calls it, brain vomit. Alright. So I'm gonna switch over now. Any second. Once I can actually pull myself away from just doodling. I'll finish the rest of that crap later. But there, little house. Little house. God, I want to do the water. Should I do the water? No, shut up. No water. Okay. I'm already behind on all my crap. Alright. Let's see. God, Bruni is tired. Alright, let's do... Alright, I was gonna do this guy. I was reaching for a little acorn. These are just elements right now that are just hanging out. I didn't like how I did those, so I'm gonna do them more like this, but I need to finish that in a minute. Let's do some acorns for some stickers. Alright, now this is like heavy doodle territory right now. I am just doing ideas. I thought of an idea of an acorn with a hollowed out heart. I don't know why. I also, the new pin company I'm using, for certain things. My other one can do certain things and this one can do certain things, so I'm kind of using them both for their strengths. But anyway, this new one, it's cool because I can, you know, they let you buy the pins you want before even getting like a production art, which is nice because, you know, if there's a sale you can buy them, you know, then, and then just wait a couple days, finish your art, and then get it to them. It's not like they're losing anything by letting you do that, so it is a smart move on their part. Ace of Spades, Joker, front and back design. Oh yeah, that makes sense. The Ace of Spades is copywritten? How? How can they do that?
No way.
The song is, but
Yeah.
but not the actual Ace of Spades, right? Like, they can't do that.
Well, okay, so like maybe like the way the design of it, yeah. But you can't, like, those things aren't. It's probably like the actual art of it, like the Joker for bicycle cards.
Yeah,
That's very like.
that's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some cute little acorn dude. Oh, it's a fool. Oh. Cute. Acorns look like they got little afros. I love that. That's adorable. There's time. Kind of like that. This way? Yeah. A little oak leaf. Okay, so the design. That makes more sense. Oh yeah, you can totally sell it when you're done, Eliza. The other cool thing about Game Crafter is, like we were saying, they do a lot of the like the boxes that you would, you know, have your, like, you can make the entire game on there, right? So that includes like how it's shipped and the boxes, the product design. So you could make your card deck and then do your box design on there too. So they make it really nice to do that sort of thing. Oh, more chanting. Gabe and I were just talking about that tonight, Serenity. We would love to do tarot decks, but man, I think if you do the major arcana, it's okay. Like, it's not as bad as doing the minor, because minor has like a lot of other cards and things that you gotta work in there. What do you guys think would be cute? More acorn things. Gabe, you got any designs? I've got 2 together on a thing. I've got one just being cute. Maybe one sleeping in a little leaf.
Or one, maybe a grumpy one.
A grumpy one?
Yeah, like he lost his cap.
Oh, he lost his cap.
It's flying off there.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. It's funny because I kind of end up doing this same kind of designs I always do. One's sleeping, one's eating, one's blah, blah. I like the fact that these ones would have been chill though. Like, I wanted them to be not as crazy as like my woolly bears or my hemgiri. Just make them really chill. Chill boos. You can't cute. That's okay. That's okay. I like that this looks almost similar to a Mario mushroom, like old school. Gabe, you said one lost his cap? Or maybe he's like worried and he's looking at it or something? Or maybe it's coming off and he's like, oh god! Because they always have those little lines that make it look like they're bald.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I have gotten a lot better at drawing like really nice rounded lines because I've been doing so much cute shit. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, they always have this funny little amount there. I want to do wind lines, but I know that won't work with having a sticker. I just want to pet him and feed him cake. I don't know what an acorn would eat. Every time I get down to micro worlds where it's like, well, what does this plant eat? Then it's like, well, dew, dirt, sun. It's like, okay. That's the answer for all of them, so I don't even know why I was like, I don't know. It always comes down to dew, dirt, and sun. It's more like... You want the sleepy one? I think I'm gonna do these. I think I'll do that one too, but I'll make it look more like these ones. But I think that'd be a cute little set. Oh, hi Alice. Here. Because I know you dig this. This is what we did before you came in earlier. Needed to get this one out of my system. So this one was actually inspired by stuff I've done in the past, but also this guy's work. He does a lot of really nice, simplistic buildings that have really just basic lighting on them. And honestly, that blocking on just one side of the piece just, oh, it kills me. Every time he does it, I'm just in love with it. So, go check out his work, because he does a lot of crazy things. Like, the most fun thing, I think, with drawing architecture is just drawing something crazy first, and then working a building around it. Oh my god, it's exciting. It's when I'm really in a stagnant place artistically, I will do stuff like that, and it is so freeing. I love it. That's okay, Sniggle. I was actually thinking of moving my stream to when I started tonight, which was 7 p.m. Just because it seems like people enjoy it more later and are able to come later. Serenity, I know it's even later for you than usual, but you seem to be up. cracked eggs crying, but you could still make that cute. Like if you had a set of eggs, you could have cracked eggs crying. You could have one, you know, sleeping on some toast. I mean, it's basically Gudetama, right? Yeah, so here, I'm sorry, I gotta go back to this. This is just so much fun for me. Let's do another building, you guys, real quick, okay? Real quick! Alright, somebody name a shape. Let's just figure a shape. Whatever. Bye, Sniggle! Sniggle says bye, Gabe.
Bye.
I need some bleed paper on this. A hexagon. Hexagon. Alright, I might break that up, even though it's a hexagon. Let's put it on maybe its side though, yeah? Or wait, hexagon has 6 sides. What's 5 sides? Is that a decagon? Is that a thing?
Pentagon.
Oh, pentagon. Damn, Gabe. Alright. Wait, deca, that's 12. My bad. Okay. So let's say this is a shape we start off with. Let's see. We could work within this. I do really like the idea that this is branching into 2 things, right? So we could have some sort of mirror shape, but I also want to make it super organic and pretty weird. So let's have like one little island these people built this stuff off of. How about it goes up, maybe. Oh, and let's do some crazy tops, right? Let's do something like that. Maybe this one is more tilted. Yeah. We'll do little hat houses like this. And then, let's see. Could go out and in, or we could go, make them like that. A T-Rex. That's a shape. Shape T-Rex. I remember a dodecahedron is like 12 something, but I don't know. Decagon. Deca is 10, isn't it? Oh, I don't even know anymore. Oh my god. So, let's see. This is where you just start to play. You know, the only thing is, like, as long as you honestly give it a couple things that are very building-esque, you know, that buildings have, doors, windows, shingles, you know, stairs, crap like that. Honestly, you can make anything into a building. Let's be honest. This one got weird. Thinking about adding stairs somewhere. Maybe stairs here. Maybe there's a rope bridge. Let's do a door. Rope bridge. Yep. Here's another door. The rope bridge goes to. Maybe there's a deck back here. Maybe some windows, circular windows. Something like that. Let's make it like a. I'm trying to make this stupid, but also make it work. Oh, maybe there's another door here that has a rope ladder that goes down to a dock. I like putting buildings on water too. I don't know what's up. The weird thing is my grandpa was an architect. So I feel like if I have any love for buildings, it probably came from him. Gabe, I told you that, right?
What?
My grandpa's an architect?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And my grandma was an art history major, and she did a bunch of watercolors. My parents? Nope. No art at all. Skipped a generation. But I still kind of don't believe in that either. Like, I feel like even if you have no artistic anything in your family, it's still okay. Like, you can still draw. Let's do some weird stuff here. I don't want to draw individual shingles right now, so let's do just, I guess, shingle segments. And then maybe at this bottom part. What's Butters doing? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's laying down.
Like, just giving things kind of primitive depth can really help. I mean, even if you aren't very good at any sort of anatomy or, like, you know, architecture, honestly, if you just give certain things depth, it'll just work. I think that's a lot of the time how a few artists kind of just make their way through without actually learning how to do stuff. We have a few people we know that, like, they don't actually know how to draw certain things, but they really skate by and they got popular just because they made it look cool, you know, and that's a way to do it. That's still art, even if you don't know the basic rules. If people like it, that's honestly all that matters when it comes to this. I mean, of course it's going to help to know perspective, stuff like that, but the people that don't, they can still somehow make it work. Let's put little streamers off this one. That'd be cute. Okay. The Rose House. Alice, I know you bought the Rose House. That was during when I was doing the Fortified Flora stuff. That was actually its own little series that I wish, honestly, would have sold better. I made a whole little, like, postcard set of those. I feel like if I actually painted them or something, people would probably like them better. But, yeah, the Rose House, like I said, was the first, with the Fortified Flora stuff. So, from that, I went and I figured out how to combine floral elements with, you know, actual architecture and kind of have them reflect each other. So that I probably went about a different way than these, just because right now this is just, I'm just screwing around 100%. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I feel like because I've drawn so many things in the past and, you know, it's all up in my noggin in my little visual library, I can kind of pull stuff. Like the way I do shingles and things are kind of like Cliff Notes versions of things I've seen. They're not exactly, you know, fully realized, but, you know, it's enough for you to know that they're shingles, right? So let's see. I just like thinking of, like, okay, if this door is open and there is a rope attached to it, and there's a bridge attached to that, like, how would that actually work? There's a part of me that's, like, super into the engineering side of stuff. Like, I like making fantasy stuff look like it could actually work. So let's see, let's make it like a little, maybe they're little twigs. Maybe they're not so, you know, spaced out correctly. Because maybe these are gnome people. Maybe they suck at actually mathing things.
Oh man.
What?
McDonald's is like celebrating like 40 years of Happy Meal.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Oh, bringing back the retros?
yeah, they're releasing a bunch of things that they did. So they got like the Transformer Happy Meal, dinosaur guy.
Grimlock?
I guess it's a Happy Meal box, but it transforms into like a dinosaur.
Oh, so it's not exactly Grimlock.
No, but they've got like a. They even got a. Oh, they got a burger that transforms.
I love the Transformer burger.
Yeah, they got him. They got a Tamagotchi.
Weird.
A My Little Pony, a Power Ranger, a Furby.
The other thing that's really good about drawing architecture is you can actually really play with texture. So I feel like even just effing around with doing architecture early on will really help you solidify doing textures. Because you can play with stone, you can play with foliage, you can play with ropes, you know, wood, all kinds of different things. I think it's actually a really good place to use as a playground, really. I think I like designing buildings kind of how Gabe enjoys designing, like, spaceships. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy Pup. Really, Serenity? Well, that's awesome. Then you're a pioneer. Okay, Eliza. Whatever you need to do. Yeah, actually, Alice, You never do! Sorry, Alexa's getting lippy. Aren't you? Whore. Anyway.
I don't know that one.
Book of Buildings. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I've gotten a lot of people that like the Book of Books idea, which I'm for sure still doing, but a Book of Buildings, it's a lot harder, I've noticed, to sell anything with buildings, to be honest, unless I'm like serious about it. It's just people don't seem as interested, and I don't know why. Like, my Fortified Flora set sold like crap. Like, I had to stop bringing them to conventions because they did so poorly. Which, it kind of sucks, but I get it too. It's not the demographic for it. Like, unfortunately, a Book of Buildings would probably be more for, like, concept art students. And at that point, I don't feel like I'm the authority on that. But also, honestly, just making books at all lately is kind of not happening. A, we don't have the time, and B, our printers, like the ones we had that we were going to, got bought out, and the ones we found recently have not been a good sub. So I honestly don't know when the next time I'll be able to actually print books is. If I make any, it might have to be staple bound, which is honestly super sad. I don't like doing that. Like, I feel like having a perfect bound book is extremely important. It makes you look a lot more established, especially if that's kind of what you want to do, which is what I want to do. So I feel like not having perfect bound books really hurts me. So I either have to save up like 3 times as much money than I used to spend on them, or have a Kickstarter, or I don't know, something else. Just bite the bullet and not have perfect bound. I mean, let's see, how many books do I have? I have like 6 or 7 books, and I think 3 of those I bind myself. So at least I have control of that. It just takes a ton of damn time. But, yeah, the ones we buy, unfortunately, those are really, really expensive. I'm gonna put a slice of wood right here because I have no reason, but I want to. I think it would break up the shape a little bit and look kind of cool. Maybe I can wrap one around right here too. Hey, this is fun doodling. I enjoy this. And maybe there's a patch here, which is how it connects. Maybe it goes in there. I don't know. Just screwing around. Alright. Now, just so you can kind of see where this went from just that crazy shape, right? And then you can kind of tell what the other one would look like. And then I'll really lightly here work in some shading.
Butters.
Where you going, honey? You need to go outside?
Butters. You gonna go back, honey? Go back here? Oh, you're waiting, huh?
Can you make sure that light works?
Oh yeah, it works.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. I think an important thing with buildings too that I've noticed is to just make sure one side is for sure like completely in shadow and the other side is more in the light. That seems to help set its scale, really. It needed to be propped up, didn't it?
Put it on top of the box.
There you go. So something similar to that, and then I could even add some, let's see, some highlights to it in certain areas. Where the sun would hit, you know. So certain spots. Things like that. Anyway, so that's kind of how you do it. So I urge you guys to just screw around tonight, take a shape and make it into a building. Why not? You know, if you don't want to show it to anybody, you don't have to. But have fun with it, you know? Why not?
All those All-Stars come in blind bag,
Yeah.
but they're like numbered,
Mm.
so you know what you can get. But then that's like, you gotta go up to them and be like, hey, can you go back and buy me a bag with the number 1 on it?
LOL, Gabe. Oh, you don't need to know bookbinding, Alice. You can just saddle stitch, which it's just you're stapling the paper together, like very bare bones binding, I guess. Honestly, it would take a million more years to literally bind a book. I do know how to bind a book using thread and stuff, but it takes hours and hours and hours. Where if I'm gonna make these to sell, you know, I can staple them together. But why do you shade in color the lines gray with black lines rather than shadow darker brown? I could, Alice, I could. If I wanted to use a brown, like I could. Honestly, it's just sometimes I do that. Here, let's see. Do I have anything I could just shade in here? Yeah, I guess I could do this guy. This was a crappy sketch I did a while ago. But, like you're saying, why not use an actual color? Oh, let's see. Alright, I've got this. This is like kind of it's a light walnut, which is sort of a brown. So, let's say I was doing his shirt here. I do this sometimes too. I think you've seen a couple of my pieces that I've brought. Sometimes I do this instead of using the black and white, but people seem to like both. It's just whatever I have easy access to, I usually use, honestly. But I like using both. I prefer monochromatic, honestly, most of the time over using color. It's just, I feel so much more mood with just like 1 or 2 colors. Really, I do. And I think people that see my art probably feel how I feel about it when they see just the one color or whatever, so I dig that, you know. It's like some people don't need a ton of color. I don't need a ton of color. I know Gabe likes a lot of color. He's a color guy. But like, you know, you don't need it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. No rules. They're best practices, but ultimately no rules. And like I've said before, it's just about finding your demographic. Okay, so like that. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the closed palette, or the limited palette we call it, Rooney, don't do that, is the perfect way to start off with any medium. It's better to, like if you're going to use, watercolor for the first time, or gouache, or marker, just get like 3 different colors. And I don't know, Alice, if you've seen my contest I'm having, but this is a really good example. So I'm giving away these sets, and this is how I learned to use marker, was just with like these things here. Those 3 markers are what I learned to use markers with, and that's it. And then once I got decent with those and I got more confident and curious, I got other markers. So I really feel like just starting limited in any case is the best way to start anything. And like if you want to do woodworking or something, obviously you wouldn't buy like a 32 set of tools right away. You'd see if you even like it, or try some like simpler tools first that are meant for beginners. Like you don't want to put a ton of money into something you don't know much about yet. You're welcome, Alice. Well, I figured a lot of people, a lot of artists, especially coming off of Inktober, would probably rather have some more time. Yeah, dip your toe in first, because it's like you don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I want to get great at oils, and then you buy a shit ton of oils, and then you get home and you try them and you hate them. It's like, okay. Why would you do that? That seems just dumb. Do you want to like doodle here real quick while I go to the bathroom? 2 seconds. All right, you're gonna get Gabe for a minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Oh, yep. Nope. Where is it? Give a break. Okay. You have paper?
No.
Okay. Grab some paper and a pen. Get your yellow one. Ugh. Talk to Gabe, guys. Be nice.
It's like I'm gonna be, like you're gonna be done by the time
Just do it.
I start. Oh, I see. It's turning into something longer. Oh my god! Whoa. Look at this pretty boy. He's so happy. He's a happy boy. Oh man. I don't even know where I'm going with this, and I can't see nothing with this light. Oh man. There's like a little gnat around here, and it's on me. Ugh. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you. I'm telling you, Serenity, I think like you wouldn't even need a face cam. Like if you just did like if you were just doodling while you were streaming. You just read a book or something. People would love it.
Gabe, draw a quick building.
A quick building.
Since we're all on the building.
Can you give me a
Board?
backing board? Yeah.
Yeah, do a build.
Quick builder. Quick builder.
What are you doing, Bonner?
Oh, you got an interview. That's right. Good job.
Who did, Alice?
Yeah. I don't remember. Good job. Ashley said good job. I don't remember where your or what it was for though, because I was hopped up on caffeine. Oh, it was a clinic.
Okay. Bokeh.
I don't know why I'm starving already. When did we eat? 2 hours ago?
Sure. Sure.
Huh?
Sure.
Your. You want a Cheerio? Want it?
Oh, too late. Too late, Alice. Sorry.
What?
They're like, should we give you a shape too? And I was like, nope, too late. I wasn't,
Aw.
sorry.
Let 'em give you a shake.
I forgot that y'all did that.
Honestly, just doodle like an amoeba-like shape.
Oh,
and
I'm
make a building around
I'm already doing,
it.
I'm already doing the dude. The ding.
Dude?
I'm doing the ding. Oh my god. Oh, sneeze it. Woo. Excuse me. Blech. Oh man.
Is yours a sci-fi building?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll show the difference. Well, this stream went off the rails. Guess I'm doing buildings today.
Thank you, Alice. Or Serenity, thank you. I am. I'm sneezing. You got one of these too?
What?
When did you get
Mhm.
this?
I got that a while ago.
We both got one.
Mm-hmm.
That was silly.
Oh, Alice, the Guardian at the bottom there. I think you'll like his story. He's kind of a mischievous, lazy, stupid thing. Every once in a while, I get fed up that my Guardians are too good. Like they're too righteous. Yeah. So it's like I gotta make one that like still does his job well without maybe realizing it, but he sucks. Was it butter? Ah. 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 No? What'd you guys do today? It was Friday. What'd you do? Where'd you doodle this orc?
Hmm?
This orc?
Oh, the art jam?
Really? Where did this puffy armor inflatable house thing start?
What I'm doing now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What?
And that.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like a cross between like
Did Mobius do that?
No, that's like a cross between like Saiyan armor and or
Oh,
not
yeah,
Saiyan
yeah.
Gotenks,
Yeah.
but also like Cable.
Android 18?
No, Cable. Cable used to have a lot of puffy.
Which
Like
one?
all those image dudes used to draw a lot of like puffy like.
Or Android 16, sorry.
Oh yeah, I guess he had sort of like
Yeah.
thing too. Yeah,
Or-
which I think actually they were biting off of the image dudes. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know when Cell Saga started. Because like the guys from like old school Image were very like they do a lot of puffy leather outfits, which is really weird. I don't know where that comes from. This Serenity, this is hey, adorable kittens. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Kristen, for the sub. Ashley is devouring some
Cyril.
some cereal, some cereal.
How many times is this per sub?
Huh? It's 7 months. I know.
7. Thank you, Kristen.
Excuse me. Serenity. This is a Kuretake. You can see Kuretake, but it's gray. I think there's the number. It's like LS5-10. I think they only just started making, or I only just saw these like this year, but they've got a gray one and they've got a brown one, I think. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is like the second time I've actually used it on anything like substantial. It's fun to play with because you can like go over like the same areas again and sort of like darken the gray. So it's kind of cool. Like,
Alright, I'm ready.
it's almost like using a pencil, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's about it.
You want
Okay.
to take any on for a while?
Goodbye. No. Oh no. I would like to get at least a page done with World War.
You want to come up, Butter? Want to come up? Hold on, everybody. I gotta put my dog on my lap. Damn, Gabe, you flattened my seat. Like,
Oh,
it's completely flat right now. Alright, let's go back to... Hi. Oh, you're smelling my breath? Yeah? Yeah? Here's a pup. That's how close you are to Pup Town. Let's see. I'm trying to still stream, even though it's like holiday times, because right now it's actually really crazy for me. I shouldn't even be doing this right now, but I figure to save my sanity a bit, it might be good. And plus, these need to get done anyway because it's for Patreon. So, okay. We got a couple acorns here. Let's see, what's another cute situation to put some acorns in? Oh, maybe this would actually be cute with two. A tree? I want to stick with the acorn thing, just acorns, so maybe... Oh, I'm going to change that to just one leaf too. This one's a bit too complex, so I'll circle that and change it later. Now, a tree might be kind of hard to work in. Oh, maybe one bobbing in the water? Would that be cute? I just give it a little water container, I guess. I don't know if an acorn would be happy about that or not, but oh well, it's happening. Oh, that's true. They are always in the water, right? It's cute. Gabe will go on walks with the dogs, and he always brings me home acorns, and it makes my day. I have this little thing near me. Look at this. These are all the acorns Gabe has brought me home. Isn't that cute? So actually, this I guess is a teachable moment. If you look at this acorn top, and you look at all these little striations, let's see if I can get that closer. Yeah. So they have a sort of brick like texture formula to them. So when you look at them, it's offset, it's every other. So if you've ever drawn bricks where it's like, you know, you got 2 bricks, then 1 brick that carries over to the halfway point of both bricks, and then underneath that's the same thing. This is basically that too, just with little whatever these are. God, these are so damn interesting. Like, why is it like this? You know? These are actually going to be used for jewelry someday, but, you know, and there's always this bald spot. That's why I drew him with a bald spot, because that's where, you know, they didn't get any sun, and that's where they were attached. But there's some really tiny ones. The really tiny ones, I think. I put them in here. Yeah, so Gabe had found these extra itty bitty guys. Like, super baby. Look at that. And there's this other one here too. Oh my god, this is so cute. They're just so tiny. And they still have a cap, and they still have a bottom, but they're just, oh my god, they're so cute. I mean, compare, you know, this guy to say this guy. It's so cute. I don't know. I freak out at this. So anyway, Gabe brings me home acorns, and it's all I ever want. He doesn't need to buy me anything else. I like acorns. It's good. What are you laughing at?
Twitter is trying to get Satan verified.
As they should.
Like the account. So it's trending like verify Satan.
Should say vilify.
You know, like I feel like names like if you got that name, like you should get like, you know, verified. Like if you have God, like verify it.
That account is hilarious, by the way.
That's what I mean. Like
God's
you should
account
just
is funny.
Immediately verify it.
Is there a Buddha?
I don't even know how to spell Buddha.
Budddah?
It's H-A.
Oh yeah, that's why it didn't feel right. Oh, you could spin them like tops. Yeah, right? Oh, they're so cute. Oh, for cute.
Some asshole has it.
What is he doing with it?
One following, one follower.
Ugh, it drives me nuts. There's a girl that has Cloverkin, and she's private, and she has like 20 followers or something, and I keep messaging her and trying to get her attention, but I don't even think she uses the account anymore. It's like, damn it, give me the account, man. I need it. I even told her, I'm like a messenger, I'm like, yo, I will compensate you. Give me the thing. Alright, well, maybe a snow-topped one. See, now I'm making too many. I only wanted to make like 6. Wait, is this 6? Oh, this would be 6. I still like this one though. This one's cute. This one's mad. He doesn't like snow. Honestly, when doing things like this, it's easiest to think of emotions and then what would make that thing upset. So if I want one to be angry, well, what would upset an acorn were it animate? Probably snow. Snow or like rain. But probably snow. Thank you for the follow, Mana. Welcome. There's a cold boy. This one will be the cold boy. This is the wet boy. I also have a place in my heart for like cross-section art, which I really enjoy doing as well, but a different stream. Right. Maybe one more suggestion. Let's see. One more, either an emotion, something an acorn would do. Gabe, you got anything? It's hard to show them doing actions like falling. I know that's what acorns do, they fall, but you can't really show that in a sticker, you know.
What is that bottom left next to the cold boy? Is he in water?
Yeah, he's in water.
Um,
I just wanted to contain it.
um,
He's a water boy. Water. Water boy. Oh, be buried. Oh, that's pretty good. Like he's starting to grow a tree.
I was about to say the same
Oh, were you?
thing. Like if it's like a little.
Like a dirt clod?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Good one, Alice. Good one. Repeat the stuff that makes a building a building. I mean, you could just jump to this part in the replay, since I don't know if I can remember. But let's see. Stuff that makes a building a building. Like, here's what I would do. And I would do this with anything that you're trying to figure out the essence of. And that's like what I was talking about with, like when you want to learn how to do a certain texture or something or commit it to your memory, Google building. And then look at all the similarities you see, the biggest similarities. So like, you know, they have a roof, they have windows, they have doors, they have shingles most of the time, depending on, you know, if you're doing a fantasy building or a modern building, you know. Because you got to pick the era, basically, in your head. Because even if it's fantasy or even if it's sci-fi, you can kind of name an era that you could work with. So like if Gabe was doing sci-fi buildings, he could look up like modern architecture or space age architecture and get some ideas off that. And I mean, for me, you know, look up medieval things and then really punch them so that, you know, well, this building has really crappy shingles, some are missing, whatever. So in my picture, I can, you know, usually I make the shingles probably about 5 times bigger than they would be in real life because I like the cartoony aspect. But, you know, playing with attributes of size and proportions and, you know,
There is like I don't know if you mentioned the fact that there are some areas that people are poor, so their houses are
oh yeah,
apart.
think of where the buildings are, if they're affluent, if they're poor. That can obviously have a impact on them, because I mean, if you're in a sci-fi setting and you're in the slums, they're not going to look like the buildings in, you know, the affluent, technologically advanced places, you know. But usually, no matter what, you're going to have a place that at least has a door, a roof of some kind, typically a window. I would even say some sort of exhaust for the building itself to breathe. So chimneys, or Gabe's had a little smokestack. But a way for the house to, you know, I like the term breathe, because it could be in or out. I like that. And then I usually like to surround the building with a couple things that, you know, either hint at what the building is, you know, a couple crates, maybe a barrel, or maybe if it's a car place, like in Gabe's case, if they like fix up spaceships, they've got parts outside, giant gears, you know, laser guns that aren't attached to ships, stuff like that. You want to think about, again, just like a character, a building can also be a character too. Anything can be a character, so you got to think about its purpose, where it is, its the era it resides in, all that sort of stuff. Very important. Oh, I think when acorns sprout, they don't have their hats anymore. Can you Google that, Gabe? Just type in like acorn sprout and see if it's just an acorn that's like sprouting a, I would assume. Now here's something I don't.
Split up from the bottom.
From the bottom?
That's what I thought.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be accurate for sake of the picture. So, I also don't want to put an actual crack in the head of this poor little acorn because that's not the right message. So I'll just have a little sprout coming off the top of his head. And he's happy about it. New beginnings. Happy starts. Fresh start. That's what I'll name that one. I heard a recording of myself the other day, and I was breathing like I just ran a marathon.
Yeah.
Like my breathing was so loud, but I feel like I've never done that before until recently. Like I think I just get so intense with drawing that I just start breathing really hard. It's kind of messed up.
I feel like it's also something to do with the way we
Concentrate?
yeah,
Or-
and then also like the actual like recording devices. Like I feel like they hear a lot more.
Oh, and I also, thanks to Gabe, we got a new camera coming, so hopefully it'll be better than these guys. These were good to like start off with, but every once in a while they're still good, but it's not as good as it could be, you know? So we'll see if the new camera is actually any better. I actually say...
I feel like it's the equivalent of you know, like you're playing in some sort of sport. And it's like, all right, so you've got the minor league sort of equipment, but now you're getting a little bit better at what you're doing. So now start to use the more professional stuff.
Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe this one he can be falling. It's like a flying. They're like his little wings. Oh my god, that's too cute. Hold on. I gotta draw something else now. Oh my god, this could be a guardian. Oh no! That's terrible. If I make him a guardian, I can't use him for stickers for this month. You know?
For itself?
Yeah, because if
How
the...
would you use them for winter?
For winter?
Sorry, wouldn't he be like a...
He'd be like next fall.
Oh. Yeah, you can use them next fall. Why not?
Well, I don't want to do the stickers now then. Do you see my point? I'd want the stickers to go with him.
You know what though? By next fall you'll have something else.
By next fall, I don't know if I'll be doing this.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
Next fall you might have something different going.
I hope I'm doing these. It's fun. I love doing these. Which one did we order? It's a Logitech something, which usually
Brio.
Brio.
Hold on, I'll get y'all the link.
Well, don't go buying it yet, though, you guys. We need to know if it's good or not. But
Oh well, yeah, I guess I.
usually I'm not against Logitech's kind of like not the leading anything, you know?
That's the thing though. Like in terms of webcams, it is.
I think it's because they're the only affordable brand. But if you got like a Sony anything, you're gonna spend like $300.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this idea though. Okay, so I'm gonna talk myself out of this, so I'm not sad that I'm doing it now. But having an acorn is kind of lame, I'll say. If that was my guardian, that's kind of a lame guardian. I'm trying to stay away from things that are just that thing. So even with this guy down here, yeah, he's kind of a rock, but he's not a rock, but he always has a leaf. So it's not just a rock and it's not just a leaf. They're combined, like that's his design. So doing just an acorn, I feel like, is a little cheap. Gabe, you were tweeting like crazy today. Oh God. Feisty girl times 8 sent you a message. Hey there. Nope. Pass. Pass. What?
On what?
Tumblr. I always get spam on Tumblr. They must think I don't even use my own account. I mean, I don't. Follow your heart. It's true, but I like at least combining things to get a guardian, you know, and at least like here.
Yeah.
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 What are you talking about?
No, you're right. Like it's like it wouldn't be a true guardian.
What do you mean?
Like all your other guardians are like a mixture or something.
Where did
This
it
would
go?
just be an ape.
Yeah. Like I feel like, man, if I ever do something that's just like face value what it is, you'll know I'm having a hard month.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But these
feels like an easy way out.
It does. So these past ones, like, yeah, he's a butternut squash, but not really. And yeah, he's a thistle, but he's also got limbs and stuff. So even if I like, you know, oh God, I still love the wheat willer, man. Like the wheat willer has like a place in my heart. He's such a cutie. Oh, I fucking love him. So damn cute.
You know what?
What?
I feel like maybe the next one you should make more of
A serious big one?
something long, because I feel like a lot of them have been.
Well, the long ones don't really fit on buttons very well.
No, they don't.
That's been the problem. I would love to do a long one. I'd have to figure out how to curl it up. I mean, that's basically what I did with the woolly bear.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to this real quick. So this is the coloring page for my dollar patrons. So I forgot that if you're at $1, you also get past dollar stuff. Like that's, I don't know why I forgot that. That's cool. Like that makes me want to actually go sub to a bunch of people in their dollar tier that give things. You know? I don't know. Let's make this. Because I wanted the acorns to kind of go along with this picture, actually. Because I remembered, like, well, what's going on right now? Well, there are a bunch of squirrels who are getting their nut on, if you know what I mean. This guy's like, oh my god, I'm getting stolen. I'm getting stoled. I was gonna do the digital version of these tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna. How you doing on your work, Gabe?
Alright.
All right. And this is really loose because I am going to take this in and then do a lot of the detailing in Clip Studio. Not so much in here. Otherwise it'd just be wasted time, really. What are you guys doing this weekend? Yeah, I don't think I need to either, Serenity. When I do coloring pages, I like to think of it like I'm just throwing in some direction and not dictating. I think that's kind of the key. If you're ever gonna do a coloring book, don't dictate, direct. So you can kind of tell them, well, you could do this over here, but don't give them, an actual thing to basically follow. So I feel like people who are doing coloring books kind of want to use their imagination, but also don't want to be confused, So if you can kind of hit both of those, I think you're doing the right thing. Oh, he does? Oh, Kristen, are you excited? Does he get home like super early or super late? Serenity working. Hey man, you get money for food. That's important. Also, unwinding is very important, Alice. I'm proud of you for saying that's something to do, because it's true. You're damn right you unwind. I was wondering about us doing a Secret Santa this year, but I know I probably won't be able to orchestrate that. I think last year we had Glitterholic and Cactus?
I feel like there's less people.
There are, yeah. Our Discord isn't even a place really anymore.
Which I know is sad, but also I'm okay with it because it's also like part of the job that
Yeah.
you don't have time to do.
Yeah. Serenity, what? Have you ever heard of, can you order Zenny from over here? 600 euros is nuts.
No, there's gotta. You know what? Actually, I feel like if you did get it from Zenny, it would still be like.
Oh, it'd still be cheaper.
Yeah, way better.
Special glasses? I mean, I've got astigmatism super bad. My glasses are pretty thick. I mean, I've got one side that's like a Coke bottle bottom. But I mean...
Yeah, like my brother's got really thick glasses, and he... Like, I pay maybe $40 for my glasses because I don't have that bad of eyesight.
Mine are about 60, but that's still... I remember when I had insurance, Serenity, I was actually going to legit eye places like Target and like just optometrists, and they were charging me $400 for my glasses. And once I figured this out, I feel like an idiot. You know?
But my brother pays less than $200. So I mean, he still pays a lot, but if he was going to a real place, he'd be paying a hell of a lot.
I'm guessing you guys at least have some sort of knockoff over there too, right? I guess they're not knockoffs. They're not the big wig eye places. I mean, I would check Zenny, and you can actually go through it and see if your prescription meets their stuff. Because honestly, I can't get a couple of their glasses. Gabe's glasses have cool snap-on sunglasses. I can't get those because my prescription's so bad. It's oh, you can't get these, blah blah blah. But there are other glasses on there I have been able to get. Because yeah, apparently with whatever my thing is, I need thicker frames. So, oh, you're welcome. Maybe just look around and see if you guys have something similar to that, where I don't know if Warby Parker is international or not.
Yeah, they're not that great. They're in between.
Well, they start at 90, but it's still better. Oh my god, Butters, your breath is so bad. Honey. Goodness. Did your arm hurt after you got the flu shot?
What flu shot?
Oh shit! That's right. You gotta go do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Write that down somewhere. Send yourself an email.
That's right.
Oh my god. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, you need to do that. Because if we keep going to the gym, we're gonna get the flu. Like, you know. I already got mine. Okay, so this is like. Put it. Oh my god, Butters, you're gonna fall. Honey, stop squirming. Do you need a pillow? Is that good? Let's give this squirrel a pouch. How's Chancho? You okay? It was so hard to wake up today. I felt so stupid. I don't know why it was so difficult. Just because it was... I guess... I don't know. It's usually the time, like, I wake up normally, you know? But... something about it, man. It was a lot harder today. Cool story, bro. It was probably because I knew I was going somewhere for like 15 minutes to a half an hour. I don't know, Serenity. I mean, I can check it whenever you want. Did you send something? I can check it before the, like right before the post office closes, I guess, for the holiday. That should be okay. I think, even if it gets here late, Serenity, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Should she have gloves? Yeah. Alright. Let's see. And the other thing was doing the enamel pins. I don't think I'll be able to do that today. That's not as pressing as the Patreon stuff. Patreon stuff is a whole different deal. Just because I've already gotten paid for these, so I owe these to people. So then, right now, I take a picture of these with my phone. I don't even scan half the crap I do anymore. Unless it's like, you know, a commission, or if it's like high quality stuff that's either going to be reprinted, or if I need to take like record of it for like maybe a book or something. But otherwise, I usually just take pictures with my phone, and then download them via Drive. It's an easy, quick way to do stuff. Here. I'm gonna switch to digital. Goodness. All these sounds. Dogs are so tired today. Why are the dogs so tired? Okay, let me see. Alright. So now I'll put this guy away. Bring this over here. This might get loud for a minute. Yeah. Sorry, Butters. I'm working around the microphone right now. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Now I have to go download it. Doesn't matter if I use my Cintiq like once a week, or once a month, it's always dusty. It's the weirdest thing.
Did you ever get like
Oh, Alice. Yeah, go to sleep, honey.
oh yeah, get some sleep.
You deserve it. Thanks for coming, Alice. Okay?
Did you ever buy like trading cards?
Are you joking?
Yeah, like. No, I'm not joking. I honestly don't know if you ever did.
Like Pokemon?
No, like not.
Because you've
games.
seen my collection.
Not
You mean
games.
like baseball cards?
Yeah,
What?
or like like they had like the Marvel ones, or anything like that.
The only thing I came close to was Star Wars cards a couple times, but those count as a card game.
Oh right.
Because all trading cards have a card game. Even baseball cards has a card game.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they have card games associated with them. Yes, they do.
Oh well, now they do, but not like I'm talking like when we were kids. Like
I think even then there was like a small game built around them.
No. No way. I
Look
don't
it up.
know.
I'm willing to bet.
I think the.
Oh man, today last year was FurryCon.
No, I mean, I don't think there was anything official. But I think, like Magic was the first thing that was like that, and then Pokemon got on that. And there was another one. It was like a vampire game that I used to play with. Oh, and I guess the Star Trek game.
I mean, Star Wars has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, there was a Star Wars one, but I think that's when Pokemon started
I would look that up. I think the Star Wars one has been around for a while. Because, I mean, my boyfriend at the time was collecting cards during that time. Okay, so let's do. So I was 9. That means you were 15?
Yeah.
Cute. Coloring, digital rewards, calendar.
94 was the Star Trek one. That's the one I used to play.
I don't know, man. If you look at the history of TCG, I'm sure that there is something that's probably like stupid, but it's an actual card game that goes back further. There's no way TCG started in the 90s. It had to be older than that. Butters, if you're warm, lay on your side. There you go.
Wikipedia says 93.
BS.
Early history.
I call shenanigans. You guys, I want to try something real quick. we have a like a poll thing we can do. I want to see how this works. Create a new poll.
Yeah, I guess it did have a baseball one, but it wasn't like really like there was no strategy involved. It was just luck.
Yeah, but I mean that's still a TCG, right?
Yeah. But really like Magic was the one that blew it up.
Alright. I want to see how this works. Is there anything happening in the chat right now? Is there a poll that popped up?
Oh, that's better, yeah. Butts.
I knew you'd say butts.
Oh, and it's got a little timer. That's really good.
Yeah, it's making it so I can't do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's paused everything for a poll.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. View results. Only one of you voted? That's bullshit.
They might have not seen it, and I wonder if it works on what's it called on mobile.
Oh, I'll vote queso dip. Cool, I can vote too. Neato. This is cool. Well, butts and queso dip. Okay. So, here was a tova. Okay. Well, that's silly. You know what? I'll probably just have to copy that anyway. Does anybody have any, like, exciting news or anything? Like, I want to be happy for somebody. Do you guys have any happy things? Kristen, when do you do? Isn't it soon? I thought it was soon. Christmas Eve. Oh, that's right. Oh, man. Is it easier or harder at this point? I'm gonna guess harder, because I think that's usually what people say, but I thought I'd ask. Very uncomfortable. Oh. Is that the feet swelling and all that stuff? That can't be fun. You're a trooper, man. True trooper. Serenity, no exciting news? I mean, I'm in the same boat. We don't have any exciting news. Like, all of our art friends are going to a party this weekend, and honestly, we're not the party types, so we wouldn't even have exciting news that way. I don't know. Kicking everything. Oh, God. You were so brave, in my opinion. I could never do that. Like, I used to, when I was a teenager, I'd have, like, nightmares of being pregnant, so I don't think it was ever really for me, because that idea just creeps me out too hard. But for those of you that actually go through it, you got my respect, that's for sure. So let's see, I can cut that out. Right now it's just placement and figuring out how I want to do this. So I don't want much of it to be background oriented. I want it to mainly be the squirrel. So maybe. That's good. See, I like hearing that. That's cute. That's better. Kristen, if you weren't pregnant right now, would you have gone to FairyCon this year, you think? I looked at pictures, it looked like the same thing as last year. I'm guessing it doesn't really change too much. Hey! Did you take progress pics? That's fair. How did trick-or-treating go for you guys? There were like no kids here. Like none. I feel like Halloween is dying. I don't know if it'll ever make a comeback either. What do you think, Gabe?
No. Maybe until the world falls apart.
It hasn't yet?
Hardcore.
Hardcore
Where you're
falls
getting
apart?
like apples and shit.
Oh, back to square one?
Yeah.
I think that's cool, yeah.
Then there's actually a reason to go trick-or-treating.
That's fair, Kristen. Usually if it's too early, you could just lay out all your materials that you used and show people, you know, just in case it does turn out really cool. At least then you took some pictures and you can be like, well, it was with this stuff. But I guess you could do that after too if you wanted. Really? Wow. It's weird because Gabe and I live in like, what would you call this? A complex? Do we live in a complex? What is this?
It's like
A cult compound? Where are we?
It's like what's it called? It's like a town home circle. It's like what is it called? Community, I guess. I don't know.
Either way, we have a ton of townhomes that are lumped together. There's got to be a word for that. I still want to say commune. Anyway, and you'd think it would be like a magnet for children to come to, because like if I were a kid again and I was looking for a place to trick or treat, I would have hit this up so hard. Just because it's like, you know, there's tons of houses in a small area, which means you don't have to like walk far or anything, you know? Like everything's there. This could be your entire stop and it's like not even a mile, right? Like this is the smart place to go. But apparently, not anymore. I don't know how kids work. Like I actually ran candy out to people that weren't coming up here. I was a crazy woman that basically ran after people and gave them candy. It's a little strange. I'm sure someone was like thinking that I was tracing them to hurt them or something. I don't know. Ugh, sorry. Guess I'm tired now. They must. I think you're right. I mean, there's the whole thing where, like, downtown trick-or-treating and the mall and stuff, like, not the actual mall, but, like, shops now do trick-or-treating, so I think parents like that better because it's safer. Which, I get it. I get it. It's just kind of sad, especially since the trick-or-treating hours are 3 to 7, was it? Yeah, 3 to 7. So it's like not even dark out anymore. Which makes me super sad. Like, I don't know, I was planning on doing this whole thing to scare the crap out of some kids, but I can't do it if there's still daylight, you know? I feel like the idea of Halloween being a scary thing isn't a thing anymore. I feel like it's just about the candy and keeping kids safe. Which I get, it's just kind of sad. That, like, you know, times have changed so bad that we can't even trust people to walk around, I guess. Okay, so these are basically all placeholders right now, that's why it looks so jank. But I'm just using stuff as kind of a template. Yeah, when did that start? When did the trick-or-treating end when it gets dark? Because I remember it, like, starting, like, at 5 and going till 8 or something when it was dark. Like, I thought that was the point, you know? I don't understand. Really? Just because... Wow. Wow. Well, they definitely wouldn't have came to my thing then. If they were scared to go to her because of Cobwebs and Spiders game. My idea probably would have made them just cry then. It sucks because I bought all the stuff for it. That's what really sucks. That's what used to be Serenity. It's not anymore. Oh, a trunk or treat. Oh, I read that wrong. Oh my god. So it's like tailgating for kids? Is that what it is? Oh my god. That's what it is. Oh, that's crazy. That's a brilliant idea, though. Because at least if somebody's screwing around or something and it's kind of a shady parent, you could at least take down their license plate. You know? Oh, really? Weird. This is the first I've heard of that, too. That's crazy. I mean, I had to ask, you know how I said I ran after people? I went up to a woman who was letting her kids trick-or-treat, and she was in the car waiting for them to come back, and I ran up to their car and gave them a bunch of candy, and I'm like, hey, am I doing something wrong? Like, am I supposed to have a certain, like, symbol on my house, or, you know, something, because the lights were on. Like, I made sure the house was well lit, and I was like, why aren't kids coming up here? And I think it came down to the fact there just weren't kids. Like, were there kids, I think we would have had more, but I don't think there were any. It's kind of weird. Just strange. Let's see. just want to make sure I get the right size. I think it's a little small. That might be too big. Between 17 and 25. 20. Maybe it is 17. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't think there are. I mean, we moved here in February, so I'm learning that there just aren't. And if I think about it, yeah, I see mostly old people around all the time. Like, I think we live in kind of an old people community. Gabe, would you say so?
There are old people, but it's like half and half.
I guess it is kind of half and half. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think the people, though, that do have kids here probably went somewhere else. Gabe was betting they went to a more affluent neighborhood.
I literally think they just went to like all the other houses, like the actual houses.
Which is sad. It's like, you're in this neighborhood. Why wouldn't you go here?
But I think also they, like, maybe last year they tried going
Yeah.
and nobody gave out shit. Or maybe the year before, you know?
Yeah. It's like, just because I don't have a real house doesn't mean I don't have real candy kids. Come on. We bought full-sizers, man. I was ready. I mean, imagine if you had a nerdy-looking chick running you down with full-size Hershey bars. I mean, that seems like a pretty good situation. I'm just saying. I'd be about it. Were it me. I mean, I look extremely non-threatening when I'm in my normal PJ stuff. Now, if I was dressed the other way that I was planning to, okay, I get it. You can run away from me. Even though I still am gonna give you full-size candy, but... Oh, this is gonna be tough. I need to make myself a little, like, cheat sheet here. Okay. This way I won't screw up the pattern when I actually start doing it. See what I mean? It's like bricks. It's like a brick pattern. And then you actually go in. And then Serenity, were you gonna start, like, streaming it all? After what I had told you? Seriously, man, if I had your voice, I would be streaming all the time. Like, you have, like, a really good made-for-stream or TV voice. Only games? Hey, that's still something. It's a good way to get used to it. I seriously feel like if you wanted to ever explore the ASMR thing, people would just flock to you. You seem like you have a good voice for that. I think they'd dig it. Oh, I'm missing something. Thank you for the follow, girl. Appreciate it. Welcome. Little chunky acorn leaves. Yeah. Oh yeah. Serenity, both Gabe and I were like blown away. We did the look at each other like, what? And we both agreed that, yeah, I think you would be awesome at it. You must have a really good microphone too. Oh, we could try. Oh, it is a studio mic. Oh, man. Well, you can tell. It's super nice. Sorry, that must have been loud. Next Wednesday during gaming stream 12 p.m. Do you ever put them up on your Insta stories that you're going to be doing them? Also, are you playing Guild Wars, or what do you usually play? Oh, that's adorable. Oh, only Twitter? How come? I bet you could get a pretty big fan base from both Twitter and Instagram, man. Don't fight it, Serenity. You might make a lot of money. Oh, that's actually kind of fun. I like that. You make fun of them too if they suck? Oh, not for game. That's rare. Good. Good. Wednesdays are Gabe's art jam nights, but if you're doing it at 12 p.m., we should be able to join it. Oh. So Kristen, does Mike ever get like a big chunk of time off, like for holidays and stuff? Or does he typically, like, does his schedule not even have to do with that at all? I'm really dumb when it comes to like military schedules. I have no idea. I don't even know how that stuff works. You laughing? Oh, jeez. So how does he actually go about getting that time off then? He just kind of presents his situation that you're pregnant, or... Germany, wow. Why is he in Germany? I really don't know how the military works. Like, immediately I'm like, are we having a war in Germany? I do not understand. Oh, crazy, just one other guy? Wow. Oh. So that's a whole different thing then. That's interesting. Hey Gabe, you gonna check on your game?
No, it's fine.
I mean, are you gonna play it soon?
Yeah.
No walks for them tonight?
You know, I'll take it.
Oh, really? So do you have to be in the military then to become a contractor? Or... Like, I picture him walking around in fatigue still and stuff. Is that not the case? So there's no danger associated with that one then, huh? Okay, Butters? Other than being stinky? Do you want to get down? Are you too warm? Do you want to get down? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I have so many cords and stuff. Here you go. Papa, watch out. Really warm. You go see Papa? You go see him? Hmm? Oh, that's awesome. So you get paid like military, but you don't really have to do military type things? Oh, I could understand that, yeah. Working civilian after that, that would be tough. It's probably like a whole different life. Still warm? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Don't forget to save, everyone. Oh, is it really? I didn't even know that. I always heard you get paid well in the military. Maybe that's just for certain things? That's great, that's safer. That seems like a pretty sweet deal then. Good for him. Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you're on the higher end of it then. Crazy, we've had a few military people in here. Like May Fox is military, Nightshade is military, you're related to military. It's crazy. You okay, Butters? Oh, that's what counts. Things that have long journeys are usually worth the end game. How much you got left on your page, Gabe?
Trying to finish this other one. I was about to say, should I be hungry again?
I am so hungry. I feel so stupid. And I ate, what? Cheerios a little bit ago?
You know what though? It's like we had a bunch of veggies.
No, I know, right?
That's it.
Well, the tortillas.
Yeah, but I mean, like usually you put meatier things into a tortilla.
Yeah, but tortillas are like carbs.
Yeah.
Like they should be filling us up. Should be. I don't know, let's just go find donuts.
Yeah, right.
Go to the gas station, get a donut.
If I go anywhere, I'm gonna go get myself a Happy Meal so I can get my Transformer burger.
Transformer burger.
Transformer burger is life.
Can you ask for specific things? I remember
yeah.
back in the day you could.
Yeah.
But like nowadays with man children, like do they discourage that?
No, I think it's
Is it commonplace now that it's
well, no,
like
it's McDonald's. You know, like you go up and like the person there is like, whatever, dude. Yeah, you can. Well, here's the box. Sift through it yourself. I'm busy.
That's true. That's a good point. Gabe, I think you could just get Transformer burger on eBay.
He's different.
He's different.
It doesn't have sesame seeds on it. I
Oh.
looked into this shit.
Are you serious?
I watched the video. Like I was trying to figure out if
You
there's-
watched a
I
video?
was trying to figure out if there's a way to get just the burger.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to having to buy a Happy Meal and get a blind bag
Oh,
like a million times.
wow. And what was the
The
conclusion?
conclusion is that the guy's showing off, what the different ones look like.
Yeah.
And the original one has sesame seeds on it, and it's like a double cheeseburger.
And this is only just a cheeseburger?
Well, by double cheese, I mean they put 2 slices of cheese on it.
On this plastic burger.
On this plastic burger.
Right,
That's the 80s one.
right.
But the new one is,
Jesus
it's got
Christ.
a pickle hanging out.
Oh, I appreciate the pickle. Does it
That's
look
it.
like a tongue?
No,
What?
that's not part of the robot design. It only had, okay, so
That's god awful.
The
I'm so
old-
mad.
the old one had, this is weird that they would like redo the toy. I
Well,
mean,
they
it's
probably. No.
It's like 90% the same, but it's got 2 little like, 2 little flaps that are like little pickles. And then the rest of the robot is exactly the same.
Okay, but I'm so happy the pickles are there. I don't
Yeah.
think you understand.
Whereas the one from the 80s, it's got a piece of cheese on the
Yeah.
bottom, underneath
Okay.
the burger, and then a piece of cheese on the top of the burger,
Oh.
and sesame seeds on the bun.
Hmm.
It's really weird.
This whole thing is weird, man.
The fact that they would go back and like redesign it is weird to me.
I don't know. I think it makes sense. They're doing a throwback, but also an improvement, which makes it at least like what?
An improvement, you say?
An improvement.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You don't call pickles an improvement? You can go home.
No, man, because I picked the pickles off.
I am a pickle connoisseur. How dare you? Pickles are a gift from God. Anyway, back to what I was saying. They improved it. And now we have pickles. So at least, like, you can't be on eBay and you're like, yeah, this is the 1980 double cheeseburger, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's not. It's got pickles. Showed you.
It's true. I mean, yeah, I could get all the Transformer dudes for like $15, but that's not. Oh, and they had a different color one. Oh, and he was bigger. He was double cheeseburger. He was a big guy.
I was gonna say, do they have a Big Mac? Because, like, why would you do this if you don't have a Big Mac
No,
Transformer?
they used to have a Big Mac.
How's this conversation for you guys? Good?
They had a chicken McNuggets one that turned into a little like.
I remember that. I loved that one.
thing.
I want that one. And the fries were cool too.
Yeah, they have the fries too.
I like the fries and the chicken nuggets. Those were cool
Oh
Transformers.
man, they had the hotcakes one.
I don't remember that.
No.
No. However, I found a hotcakes wrapper in the car. Was that from your...
Hotcakes wrapper.
Yeah, it was just the paper and an M on it. That's for the hash browns.
Yeah.
When,
Yeah,
when
I
did
went
you
to-
get that?
When I went to what's it called?
Oh man. Oh, we're fun. Oh good. Fighting over food? Do we do this often?
Oh, look at this guy.
Is this a thing?
I can just buy the bag from this dude for $6.
Gabe, I just told you that like 20 minutes
No,
ago.
I mean like this dude's just selling the toy.
I said that. Can't you just buy the toys and forego getting the crap food?
Yeah. You can actually go to. I think you can actually buy the toy from McDonald's.
Oh.
Like I used to do that. Like when something cool was out, I'd be like, "Yeah, can I just get the toy?" And it's like $3 or something. It's more to get the toy than it is to get like the. Just get the meal.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Cheese and condiment. Oh, don't bring that up. That was just because Soggy was here. Soggy needed a reason to, like, I don't know, throw up the room, I guess. He wanted something we could all talk about, because I think he kind of felt out of place with all the art talk. And I think during that time, that was my fan art rant stuff. I think ultimately, you guys, we lost a lot of people because of that ranting. Like, I realized that later. Like, Gabe's brother admitted to me, he's like, I didn't go to your streams anymore because I didn't want to listen to that. I was like,
He didn't like the negativity.
he didn't like the negativity. I was like, it wasn't negative, it was real. You don't like reality, man. But yeah, anyway, there's that whole thing. Because she's a snore machine. Your stream, your rules. I know, but I don't like making people uncomfortable.
Also, I guess it gets to the point where, like, if you're talking
I was
about,
beating a dead
yeah, if
horse.
you're talking about the same shit over and over.
Yeah, like we'd get one new person and there were like 12 regulars and then I'd just go ranting. And it's like, it's not fair to you guys.
Which sometimes I wonder, like,
That's why I throw out the website link now.
but sometimes I think, like, we'll be going on about, like, storytelling things, and, like, it's like maybe one new person is here, and then everyone is like, yeah, Dad, we heard this.
Oh, no, I know. That's why I always think people are thinking.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, yeah, I'll cut this short, you know.
I almost feel like a preacher,
Mm-hmm.
and then, like, all the regulars are like, yes,
Preach.
yes, Lord, yeah.
I wish they were
Yes.
like that, but dude, if it were me, I'd be like, bro, I've heard this shit like 40 billion times. Cool it.
It's only me. You
Yeah.
don't need to tell me all this.
No.
Okay,
Serenity, I don't know how you put up with our crap. Seriously. So, at least we know this now. But it's funny because it comes too little too late. You know? Because now we don't stream as much anymore. And honestly, I was thinking about doing streams just playing them by ear for the rest of the holiday season because we are like busy as shit. So I don't even know if I want to keep to my stream schedule right now because it's so dumb, nuts, crazy, stupid. So it may be up in the air depending on how I'm doing on my commissions because I at least have to get the commissions for Christmas out, which I'm a little behind on right now because I had to finish up a freelance job. So I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes, but I'm just letting you know if I have to cancel a bunch of times, I apologize. But just know if I do, I had to. Same with Gabe. Gabe's changing to Tuesdays?
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. You're a very good listener, yes. But it just sucks. We used to have, I feel like, so many more people. I feel like that just kind of went away because of me. I don't know. Now I'm starting to blame me for it. Is it me? Was it me, Gabe? Or do you think it was just...
The culture is dying.
You think
It
so?
really is.
Or do you think we're saying that because we're not doing as well?
We are doing it as well because the culture is dying. I think, I really do think that.
But like Wade was saying, his stuff is still cool. Like
Yeah, I
he's
think
fine.
because he's still got like the same dudes that are like diehards, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like the people that we had that were diehard have gone and moved on with their lives. Like they don't even go on Twitch anymore, you know.
That's true.
Like I mean, look at Spongy. Spongy used to be on all the time. She got life.
She got life. And then
Freaking,
Cass grew up.
yeah, and I mean, what's Soggy? I mean, I think Soggy still goes on and going to Harvest.
Yeah.
But Sniggle doesn't go on stream anymore.
Yeah, he's busy.
I mean, Taro, I never see her. I guess
Oh, she just got married.
Oh yeah. So I think life happens, you know. That's part of it.
It's just weird you don't get replacements.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm really confused about. Like, the flow, like, inwards of getting new people, I feel like we haven't gotten it that good in a long time. You know? Like, I feel like the best influx of new people I get is from conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough. Is that true? So, Serenity, you do frequent other streams, right? So have you seen people disappear all across the thing? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always been true, Kristen. It's just it was even better for creatives like when we started. Like Adobe had their own channel. They had partners that were actually like streaming on their channel, but like that's even died. Like I don't even know if that still happens, but we had a couple friends that were on that channel and they just don't seem to care anymore either. Like, it's really weird. Like, does John still stream, Gabe?
No, I thought he was streaming on something else.
Yeah, like, John doesn't stream? Really? Okay. Well, and the controversy lately with all of the streamers that have been leaving and doing other things and doing bad things to their pets and pouring nut milk over themselves, selling bathwater, like, people be crazy, man. I feel like the entire internet's melting down lately. German and English? Oh, see, that's even more impressive. Okay. Really? Oh, Kristen, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, it can't just be us. Because when we started, I think we started when it was like at its best for creatives. I really do. And like now it's completely like dead. Like I feel like they don't give us kind of the time of day either with showing us on the front page. Because it is usually game streamers. And now I bet they feel even more pressure with that because everyone's going to Mixer. And Mixer doesn't even have a creative channel, so it's like it's not even an option for us. You know? So, because you can't make much money here, it's like, why even stream often? But every time we get down that thought process, we think, well, you know, you guys are our friends, and this is really the only way we can ever talk to you. This in, like, Instagram, but still. Yeah, that's true. Algorithms. God. I'm sad that my charity coloring book doesn't sell when I'm not at a convention. If I'm at a convention and people can look through it, they love it. But if they don't get to look through it and it's just on the internet, no one buys it. It's really weird. Like when I was at Dragon Con, they loved it. But like I haven't even sold one online yet. I don't know if it's only like $2 more online too. That's the weird thing. Almost done here. Is watching this inking at least somewhat satisfying, I guess? That feels weird. Oh. Oh, you guys. Our buddy Fire Seal has a Patreon now. If you can, go give him $1. God, he is so good. Here. He's a regular in here. He's become a good buddy of ours over time. Oh my god, why does he say that? Hold on. I gotta message him and let him know he has like a not safe for work thing. So I don't think Fairseal knows his Patreon is asking people if they're 18 plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just added one, so here. Oh, it's more about what we talk about? Really? So we could be doing anything. You guys really don't mind whatever we're doing? See, that's cool to know. I appreciate that kind of feedback. That's what I like to hear. Because nowadays I'm just using Twitch as kind of like a talk while working thing. Like I usually use it to work on Patreon specifically, honestly. There is a piece though that I want to do soon for the next con I'm doing in December, and I was hoping to do it on Twitch, so hopefully I'll get time to do it. Oh wow. Somebody's giving him a lot of money a month. Oh, he's got all 31 days of his Inktober is like a post. Wow.
Oh god.
That's ballsy. Broham.
Alright, that's fine.
I don't know, I feel like he should be...
Like spreading them out?
No, I feel like he should just sell that for $5. Oh, really? Aw, Kristen, you're sweet. You should be selling that Inktober bunch as a $5 PDF. Don't give it away. Really, Serenity? Yes, you do. Come on, I'm sure you do. You just watch gamers? You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support, your continued support. Really, we really appreciate it. You don't even know. Like, if we like are thinking of not streaming one day, we're like, yeah, but what about, you know, Serenity? What about Kristen? Just me and Gabe. Aww. Serenity rule. You guys both rule. For anybody lurking, I appreciate you being here too. You can't watch German artists? Really? What do you think it is if you had to guess?
All assholes.
Alright, so... I think this one's ready. Oh, no, I forgot the stuff at the bottom. So, I did take the same leaf and do it a billion times, but when I traced it, I made it different. So, really it was just like a guideline, a placeholder. So, for the most part, I am changing them as I'm going over them. Either by adding more sections or changing, you know, the depth of something, you know. A weird community? I always think the bigger streamers, it's really strange to me because when that chat gets going, it's just nonstop, right? So like, how can you even ever really talk to anybody? How can anybody really talk to anybody? I hate to say that I'm kind of dumb when it comes to that, but really, I don't know. I don't understand how that works. I feel dumb, but it's like then it seems like the purpose of chat just literally goes out the window.
Did you say you had something going on
Thursday? Yeah, I'm gonna go give Alex his order. Why? What's
And I booked an appointment for my hair.
what time?
No, I'm just wondering when I should go.
Oh, Friday. Why not? I mean, can you do it later in the day though, so I can still go to the gym or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're still going to stream at 7?
Yeah, I think 7 worked pretty well. It was the time I started streaming tonight alright for you guys? I actually felt better about streaming later too, because I got to like mentally prep myself all day, and I got to prepare these sketches. I think if I'm getting in my get up though, it's gonna kind of suck, but we got to eat, I got to feed the dogs. It was a lot less hassle. Oh, really, Serenity? Honor 12. That's crazy.
Weird. So they're on a lot of like artists, like German artists?
I feel like the age group here for people watching is a lot older.
Yeah.
Like 15 to 20?
It must be more gamers then, I guess. Like in terms of Germany, like it's just kids gaming, and then maybe I guess like people older aren't gaming.
I got nothing. I don't even know.
Because I mean, I guess gaming is a bigger culture here than maybe it is anywhere other than like Japan or something.
Yeah, she says they get a lot of kids. I mean, maybe ours do too, and we just don't know it. Like, the main, like, Ninja and the main Fortnite streamers and all that. Maybe they do have a lot of young kids, and we just assumed they had older ones. Because what do we know? We don't. We don't know crap about that. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna copy this guy and turn him on his side over here. But otherwise... Kristen, are you working on your flower right now?
Oh man. I forgot that I wanted to make a robot hand. Like I wanted to sculpt a robot hand, but it was gonna be doing like, and it was gonna be called "Now You're Playing with Power."
You mean this, like metal? Or are you trying to?
No, like.
Why would you do that? That's disgusting.
Well, it was actually gonna be like the power glove, you know, like the like.
No, I know the copywritten power glove.
Yeah, but I was like, well, I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
But I think that was their phrase.
The cat kept running off with it. Oh no. Didn't hurt it, did he? When were you gonna take him, Gabe?
Probably now.
Okay.
There's been some other things.
Chacho, you wanna go camina?
I got 3 pages left.
You know what? I might have to stop too. I'm at a good stopping point. We could take them both.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chacha.
You were supposed to get a winter coat today.
Yes.
Oh yeah, on a Saturday? Have fun. Alright, so here's the line work that I will put in the thing. Oh, obviously get rid of that. Oh. Oh, Aslang, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. That's so sweet. I appreciate that very much. Actually, it might be better if this one's like straining and he's like, no, don't take me. No. Hopefully it wouldn't hurt, but there you go. Adding this now feels a little evil. I'm like,
Rudy, you want to come in now?
Okay, so hi Eliza. I think we're gonna be heading out. Let me give you guys some links real quick. So we do have a Discord, as Moobot has so graciously disclosed. I'm also running a contest. You draw my OCs, you might win the contest and get a pack of art supplies. So that's that thing. And then if you look on the screen there at the bottom with the little guy that's got a rock on his head, or sorry, leaf on his head, he is called a Foley, and he is the Mythical Monthly Guardian this month. And you can find those here under Curious Collector. And you get a whole bunch of stuff with that. There should be a picture there that shows you all the stuff you get. And if you just sign up under $1, you get all of these like coloring book pages that I've done that are also calendars. So this is this month's. I'm gonna have this going on probably by Monday, if not on Monday. So there's that. Let's see. And I also do tutorials once in a while under the $1 tier. I was thinking about getting back into those once I get some more time. And for sure though, every month you get a device wallpaper and a colorable calendar page like this one. So, typically I do stream on Fridays, starting now at 7 p.m. CST, so that's 3 hours ago from now, backwards. And let's see, usually I'm working on my Patreon stuff, but once in a while I'll work on other stuff. Let's see, I guess I could show again what we did earlier, since we've got some new people in here. I'll show you real quick what we worked on. Okay, so earlier tonight, where did it go? Did you move my sketchbook?
No.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Did you rub my lamp? So earlier, let me find it. I gotta find it. There's a lazy mouse. Oh man. Oh, we did this earlier. This was just a nice little seaside house. I gotta finish doing all the ink work there, but I just mainly wanted to do this. I had such a craving to do that part. So we did that as a warm-up at the beginning of the stream, and then I was proving a point on this one that you can basically draw any shape you want and then make a building around it. that was pretty fun. But yeah, those were the beginning of the stream. And then we finished up doing Patreon work. So for my patrons, this month, if you are at the $6 tier, you're gonna get these stickers of these cute little acorn buddies. I'm gonna do digital versions of them. So the next time I stream, I'll probably be doing these guys digitally, as you saw me doing this this guy here. I'll ink these like I've inked this. So put on notifications so that the next time I stream you can see me color these digitally. But they will be free stickers with this little guy here that's at the bottom of the screen. He comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So check out my Patreon if you're interested in that. Otherwise, even a butt building. Yup. Soggy, where you been at? You're welcome, Serenity. New to digital. I think I'm gonna give your contest a shot. Oh, Eslin, you don't even have to do it digitally. So for the contest, all you gotta do is draw my characters that I show in the slides and draw any one of them however you want. There are no real rules to it. You can do your take on them 100%. Use whatever mediums you want. I'm not a digital artist, actually. I'm more of a traditional artist, like 80% of the time, but it is good to have a balance if you are an artist nowadays. But, yeah. So I usually start streaming now at 7 p.m., so that was 3 hours ago. But, yeah, if you guys have any questions on the contest at all, you know, DM me on Instagram, and I'd be happy to answer them. Any questions at all, it doesn't even matter. Let's see. All you gotta do is party. Yes. So hopefully this weekend, again, I will be streaming the stickers because I do have to get those done. So maybe look for that tomorrow or Sunday. All right? All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend, okay? Bye.